Activision devs do not play their own game. It's not your dad doesn't support you.
You should know, you worked at a coffee shop, you stupid bitch.
My name is Casey, and absolutely not fucking Tanner, because my parents don't hate me that much.
Hey, did they have just 8 patches lined up, but they just didn't release them because they were on break? No, you moron kids.
Then we'll, of course, get into it. Change your fucking name and get scammed. He's feeling under the weather.
I probably won't say another word until Stay Humble, so have a good pod, Raz. I'll be here listening.
Got it. We are live, boys and girls. Welcome to the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, episode number 229. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined with an interesting t-shirt, by the way.
You don't like it?
I don't know. What is it?
Oh, I don't know.
What is that t-shirt?
I don't know. An old coworker friend went to Costa Rica and got it for me. It says something on the back. What does it say?
Oh, is it like a ram?
Angry Goats Brewery in Playa del Coco, Costa Rica, I think.
Playa del Coco, Costa Rica, yeah.
Oh, wait, we can do this.
See a little Costa Riqueño?
Playa del Coco, yeah.
Nice, dude. Chocolate beach, man. Costa Rica.
Playa del Cox.
Is that... Cocoa isn't chocolate, I don't think, actually, in Spanish. I don't know. I know Playa's beach, though. From
nice, man.
My years of study. I hate when people unironically say they studied something. I studied Spanish in high school. Hey, shut the fuck up, man. You went to class. You didn't study shit.
I've never heard anyone even say that, so I don't know.
Well, we run in different circles, I guess. Welcome to the show.
You don't run in a circle at all. And yeah, I barely do as well, yeah.
That's perhaps true. Welcome to the show. Today, we're talking about Call of Duty. If you're new here, we timestamp the episodes so you can skip to whichever section you would like to jump to. And before we get into today's episode, where we're going to talk about things and stuff and Call of Duty, we got some announcements, brief announcements, but important ones. I will add. First of all, welcome, and most importantly, to our new patrons. We've got 3 new patrons this week. They have joined at the gold level, which is fine. We could have done better, but we didn't. But there's always time to redeem yourselves and upgrade. Welcome, boys and girls, to our new gold patrons. First, possibly the worst Patreon name I've ever seen. It's certainly in the top 3. Soul Drinker was real bad. I think there was another terrible one, but this one's really shit. Evil Monk Key. So
Jesus
it's like
Christ.
Evil Monkey, but it's like monk, like someone in a monastery, and then key, like something that fits into a lock. Evil Monk Key. And he even put an avatar of what appears to be a chimpanzee, which is not actually a monkey, by the way. So, evil chimpanzee or something. But someone who has the name Evil Monk Key, probably not a primatologist, is he? Probably not a scientist at all. Right? Because you have the name Evil Monk Key. Can't stand it. Really blows my mind. Really upsets and bothers me.
Not my favorite, yeah.
Top 3 least favorite for me, in fact. But, welcome to the Patreon, buddy. That we appreciate, and only that. Not your name. But so change it, obviously, and welcome. Much appreciated. Also, a couple normal human beings. Matthew D. Welcome, dude. There should be 2 T's in your name, Matthew. There's 2 T's in Matthew, right? Normally?
He spelled his own name wrong, yeah. Either you did or your parents did.
Or is Matthew normally with 2 T's?
Always with 2. I've never... A 1 T Matthew doesn't exist. Matthew.
Yeah, it's 2
Matthew.
T's. Okay, yeah.
Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew's name just gaslit me into thinking maybe there's only one T. There isn't. There's two. Change it. But welcome, bud. Much appreciated. And Brian F. And I don't know what's going on with that last name. Looks vaguely Germanic.
It's average.
But I'm not sure. I've never heard that before. Have you?
No. Kind of seems like Espanol, maybe. Getting a little bit of Espanol vibes from it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm getting... Okay, interesting. Hey, Brian F., let us know what the fuck's going on with your last name. I'm voting German. Or somewhere around there.
Let's look it up.
German or somewhere west of Germany. That's my vote. I don't think it's Polish, and I don't think it's any more east than that. Yeah, we can take a little gander. Do a little research.
Yeah, Germany.
Germany, okay.
That's all that comes up. That's all I see.
Yeah.
Early history of the family. Oh, going back to 1711. Wow, you've been around for a while, buddy.
Yeah, Brian. Brian the Vampire F.
Yeah.
Welcome, buddy. And welcome to all of you, our new gold patrons. Much appreciated. Patreon.com/thedropshot is the best way to support the show. We do 7 bonus episodes per month. We do monthly hangouts and more. We have not scheduled our Damascus hangout yet, but we're going to on Monday.
Yeah. I mean, there's only 2 weekends left, so it'll be one of the next 2.
Yes, it will be. And it's going to be fun and exciting. So keep your eyes on Discord for that. But once again, patreon.com/thedropshot, best way to support the show. A lot of bonus episodes. 7 bonus eps, 8 regular. If you want to double your Dropshot podcast content consumption, you can do that. Patreon.com/thedropshot. And thanks again to all of you guys who joined. Tanner, what is this next announcement? I didn't see this.
Well, that's insane because you're the one that controls the PayPal. So on May 5th... How
did you find it then?
Because I was like, on an iPhone, when like you scroll down from the top left, it'll show you like a bunch of old notifications. I don't get notifications from the PayPal app because usually I don't know, you seem to see it or they don't work or something. But I saw like just one time randomly it said a person donated money. So I was like, what the fuck? So I just double checked again right now. And thank you. Sorry it took us so long. I guess it's not. We only missed one pod. Mike Z on May 5th donated 100 United States dollars. The message
Holy
attached
shit,
was a spoon.
Oh, Mike Z's done that before.
Shout out to Mike Z. And last time he said the spoon was to eat my ass with or something along those lines. So Mike Z, thanks for another 100 bones, dude. We appreciate that. Sorry we didn't announce it last Saturday. I forgot. Raz doesn't care about you guys. I'm for the people, so I found it and I remembered. Yeah.
And by the way, let me be clear. May 5th was your birthday stream?
Nope, it was after that. It was hours later. Was it
hours later?
It was because it says the time and it didn't come through on Streamlabs for me. I'm looking right now. I think he did it through the website because it says something like there's like a default message that's like support the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast. So I think he did it through the website.
Why didn't I get a notification for it then? That's so weird. Anyway, sorry, Mike. Yeah, sorry that Tanner missed it. And that's very unfortunate for you. But thank you very much, dude. We
don't worry,
really appreciate that.
Since Raz missed it, I'll be sure to take the whole $100 since I'm more appreciative. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I will definitely earmark all of those dollars to him when we're doing payroll at the end of the month for sure. That's definitely what will happen. For sure, Michael Z. But Mike, for real, thank you very much, dude. You've been quite generous over the past couple months, and we really appreciate it, dude. And sorry it took this long. And $100 a lot. So really, really thank you.
Yeah,
very
thanks,
much,
man.
Dude.
Appreciate that.
You're actually mentally ill. And let me add that if you do donate and we don't like shout you out by the next Thursday, you got to remind us. Unless you truly don't care about a shout out. But if we don't shout you out, it's because we simply we don't know it happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we don't know it happened, I'll empty the fucking PayPal at the end of the month anyway. But when I'm doing that, I'm doing a lot of shit and I'm not like going through individual donations we got usually. So you should let us know if we forget next time. And it's your fault, Mike, actually. So fuck you, Mike Z, for the $100.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Fuck you.
Piece of shit. No, thanks, dude. All right. So now, moving on to our last Patreon episode. So we've done a Patreon ep. We did it for all levels, including the Goldilockses, on Iron Trials. We got some feedback in Discord, by the way, which I found deeply amusing. From a concerned citizen.
Yeah.
We can call it a concerned citizen. Let's take a look at the concerned citizen. Goosey Boy, just a goose. He said, my humble constructive criticism feedback is to be more mindful of timing and the schedule. You mentioned in today's episode, this Patreon episode, how you're talking about Iron Trials, but we can't play it for a bit. Fair. And we talked about that. Yeah. Also, the roundtable is just like a few days before the actual update. So a bunch of the conversation just became kind of irrelevant. I'll listen regardless, though. So first of all, thank you, Goose. Let me say in our defense about the roundtable. We did the roundtable timing on purpose. Because we had expected to get a lot of Season 3 news right before Season 3 came out. And then talk about and kind of lay out a game plan for when Season 3 actually goes live. That was our idea for the round table. Whether or not that actually came to pass is a separate question, but that was by design. The Iron Trials thing, though, you're right about. We did just do an Iron Trials episode, and Iron Trials is no longer in the game. But again, in our defense, it will be back. And a lot of that episode, I think, a fair amount of that episode, was dedicated to what this will mean when Iron Trials comes back to Warzone, and more importantly, in my view, how any of this may or may not relate to Warzone 2. And I thought it was a very good episode. One thing I will add that I did not say, that neither of us said in that episode. Yesterday, I played quite a bit of regular Warzone. And going from regular BR with 300 health to Iron Trials with 400 health did not feel that different, honestly, most of the time. Okay. But going from Iron Trials to yesterday going back to regular BR is a night and day difference, and it felt immediately noticeable, which was weird. I don't know why that happened, because if you notice it in one direction, why wouldn't you notice it, or why would you notice it less or more in another? I don't really know, but holy shit, I miss Iron Trials. Let me just add that point here. I don't get why that happened, but it was a jarring experience yesterday, to say the least. And my computer is either my computer or more likely actually the Warzone application has been precipitously performing worse and worse and worse. And this is compounded when I stream, getting a lot of hitching and annoying shit. And that even made me play worse as well. On top of it not being Iron Trials, so getting one framed, and that was not fun or exciting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to get a new computer before Warzone 2 comes out. It's gonna be a giant pain in my ass, but it does need to be done. But anyway, I'll just add, yeah, if I said there wasn't a big difference between regular BR and Iron Trials, I was delusional, because there is a massive difference that I immediately noticed literally all of yesterday. I was like, holy shit, I'm alive there in Iron Trials. I'm alive there in Iron Trials. I'm alive there in Iron Trials all the time. So,
well, the other thing was not even like the time to kill. It's that I didn't look at your lobbies, but I'm sure your lobbies yesterday were a 1.1 to 1.3.
Yeah, it's probably.
And that on 300 health versus 400 health in a 0.55 lobby is a massive fucking difference. So it'd be, if you had the same KD lobbies in regular BR yesterday, you wouldn't have felt that way. I think it's pretty much just because the kids are better in regular BR, and so you get one frame no matter what. As we've always said, the main reason I end up not having fun in Warzone is literally because of the lobbies.
Yeah.
That's what it all comes down to.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways,
but how'd you like that episode we did on Patreon?
I thought it was good. We try not to go too much into like strategy, not a whole lot, since you're right, it's not in the game right now. I'm hoping it comes back quicker though. I hope it comes back like next month, because I don't want to play regular BR at all anymore. Iron Trials was really fun because of the lobbies and everything. So hopefully it comes back soon. I'll tweet at Mr. Teddy Timmons and tell him to put it back in.
Give me Ted Timmons, yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was solid, talking about Warzone 2, stuff like that. So it was good.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll have a lot more Patreon coming up. We've got most of our ideas kind of ironed out. We're gonna record. We're gonna record one tomorrow.
Yeah. I wonder what that's gonna be on. That idea will have to change.
Yeah. We're recording something tomorrow, and then we'll keep you guys posted. But next announcement on Saturday. I forgot. I was trying to remember this morning. This Saturday we are doing the State of Warzone, an episode. I'm very excited to do this episode. We've not done it. It's going to be like a state of the game, but we're going to relegate it to only Warzone, because the state of Vanguard. Let me do the episode for you now. It'll take me 10 seconds. It's exactly the same as it was a month after it came out. Cool, Vanguard's done. All right, so we're gonna do a whole episode, however, on the state of Warzone on Saturday, which I'm very excited for. A lot has changed in Warzone since Caldera came out, and we want to get into that. So we're gonna do, a state of the game address, and in addition to that, I think we'll probably fold in some tips, some more tricks, maybe some more advanced tips and tricks. I know when we did our All About Warzone Newbie Edition episode, many of you had very good tips. Well, not many of you. There weren't that many, but some of you did. Maybe like 5 or less. People had like a tip that you felt we failed to mention on the All About Warzone Newbie Edition podcast episode. And on pretty much all of those tips, we thought they were a little too advanced for a newbie edition Warzone episode. Like one of them, I think, was shoulder checking while you're plating. Like peeking while you're plating to see if someone's pushing you once they broke your plates or not. That's not a tip I recommend someone with a 0.7 KD do. That's a little too advanced, because you have to know when you can get away with that and when you can't. And it's kind of hard to figure that out, and you can't really codify it super well. Like maybe you could, like if they're 30 meters away or longer and your health is 50% or more, so you won't die in 2 bullets, and they're not sniping, then you can shoulder check while plating. Like, okay. Like, could a new player, like, fucking remember those and then apply them? Maybe. Probably not, though. It's more going to be instinctual, and you'll just have to kind of get a sense for when you can do that. And I think these types of tips, these more advanced tips, we can fold into this State of Warzone episode on Saturday. We might not. We might talk about some. We'll see. I think we maybe will. I think it's going to just come up naturally when we're talking about the State of Warzone. So like one thing we're probably going to talk about is like sniping's basically dead now. And then that leads us to say like, okay, well now like, sniper support ARs are dead. So don't use a Cooper carbine for any reason anymore. For example, it's like kind of a tip. So that's just kind of what I mean, but it's going to be a really good episode, and I'm very excited to do that for sure. So
yeah, should be
keep your eyes open on Saturday. It's going to be a banger. And then last and not least, certainly, and to my great delight, this has been going quite well. We are doing a blowout merchandise sale at the dropshot.com/store. We have some leftover items from our 2 previous merch launches that we need to get the fuck out of the warehouse. And so we have been slashing prices, dude. Slashing prices.
Yeah, man.
And we are doing a blowout merch sale for the month of May. This will be live until April, June.
Man, you're really bad with months. Holy shit.
Terrible with months. Yeah, I'm not a big months guy. Yeah. Not a big months guy. So yeah, until by June the sale will be over. So it's for the month of March. May. For the month of May is the sale. Blowout prices on all merchandise items. We don't have that much shit left. And since the sale has started, we've, I think, sold out of some items. We will sell out of more. And the sale ends again this month. So if you wanted to get something, maybe you didn't have an opportunity to, maybe you're new to the podcast, you didn't know we have a merch store, now's a great time to pick some shit up. So you can take a look at the dropshot.com/store. How is the inventory? How's the selection looking, Tanner?
I haven't checked. I haven't checked on the actual inventory, but I know we already got, I think, we got 10 orders in, and that was in the first day. And that was with us not having announced it yet on the pod, us not tagging everyone in Discord. That was literally just from Twitter and Discord. I think the event from Discord, but like we didn't @ everyone or anything. So, yeah, it will go quickly. The prices are really good. It's like most of the stuff is around 50% off. I think some of the stuff a little bit less, some of it a little bit more, but all of it just like right around there. So, yeah, so if you want some stuff, you're listening to this at a really good price, get it now, because a lot of it will be gone quickly. I'm sure there's sizes we've sold out of already, but I haven't looked.
A lot of this shit we're selling like basically at cost because we just want to get rid of it at this point. So yeah, none of this shit is ever going to be cheaper than it is now. Put it that way. So
okay, we're out of a couple sizes of the hoodies now. Yeah.
Yeah. So get the fuck on that if you wanted it. There you go. Other than that, that is it for the announcements. Let's get into the absolute episode. If you're listening for the jingle, here it is.
Drex, thanks for the tier 1 for 9 months. Tanner vs. Kong coming to Godzilla. True, man. Let me fight that cocksucker. Let me fight that guy. Thanks, Drex. Appreciate it, man. And appreciate the merch order. And Blakers, thank you for the gifted sub to Sleek Easy. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I would say thank you for the merch order. I don't know if you placed one, though, so place one. Appreciate you guys both. Thank you very much.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
what the
welcome.
Hell was that?
How's me getting excited, man?
Don't do that.
You didn't like that?
No.
All right. Welcome to the show. Today, we're doing an episode. So first, we're starting with playlist updates, double XP schedule. And this is exactly what I wanted to start with anyway. So I was going to do it whether it fit into our template or not, but it happens to. So that's some serendipity for us at this time. And the only note here about a playlist update is we got a new playlist, man. We got a new LTM in Warzone called Operation Monarch. Okay. Operation Monarch is live from May 11th through May 25th in Warzone.
Ready for my review of it?
I'm not sure I am.
Here it is. Here's my review.
Yeah. So here's what happened. Okay. So somewhere on the internet, we were being told, and Tanner actually scrubbed the internet and could not find these sources.
Raven deleted the evidence. It was there. It was absolutely there.
The evidence has been scrubbed by Activision, yes. They were saying this is going to be a cool LTM. King Kong and Godzilla are going to be fighting over the island. And then one thing they said, for example, is you're going to fight over control of a device, which implies that there is one device, by the way.
I think it was two. Fight over the Scream devices to control Godzilla and Kong is what they said. And I know they said that, and now I can't find it. It's been scrubbed from the interwebs because they knew we were going to point this out.
And yeah, they are listening live right now. They said you would fight over a device or devices, whatever, which is not true. You don't fight over anything. And then also to control King Kong or Godzilla or both. I don't remember what it said. Also, you don't control King Kong or Godzilla in this event. Okay. In addition to a lot of other things. Those were the two big lies, though. Okay, so let me describe briefly the event to you. It is quads on Caldera. It is a resurgence game mode, so you can't lose unless your whole team dies, just like Rebirth Resurgence. King Kong is yeeting boulders everywhere and jumping around the map, looking big and scary. Doesn't actually like hit you or anything.
Well, it can.
As far as
we never got hit.
He can hit you?
Yes, there were videos of like him like jumping on people and stomping on people.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's true. Sure. Okay, fine. And then Godzilla's also like taking a nice little dip in the ocean, like on the shore somewhere. And he like moves around a little bit. And King Kong jumps around, throws boulders, and apparently stomps on people. Godzilla shoots like a laser beam out of his eyes, and that will like kill you if you're in it. And when he does that,
mouth.
it is okay, yeah. And it is marked on the map. So it's like a precision airstrike, except you can see where it goes. Let's add that feature to Warzone, by the way, but that's a topic for another day.
QOL change coming.
Yeah, well. And then in addition to that, your heads-up display, and I might not be joking when I say this, there is more information on your HUD than I think I've ever seen in a video game ever. I mean, there's the compass, there's a meter at the top of your screen that I don't understand. There's a vertical meter on the right side of your screen that I don't understand. There's like a little above like bottom middle of your screen. There are like power-ups that you get or something that I don't understand. This is in addition to all of the normal Warzone UI, which is of course your health, your plates, your money. There are pop-ups directly in the middle of your screen, like when you get precision airstriked or clustered for, King Kong's yeeting a boulder at you.
Even if you're not in that area too, it's that same thing where they give you the notification if you're on the other side of the map, and it's right in the middle of your screen.
Correct. It's in the worst possible spot on your screen, which is literally on your reticle, even when, and in fact, maybe especially when, it is completely irrelevant to you in your location. Godzilla's shooting lasers out of his butt. King Kong's yeeting a boulder at you. Just giant banner right in the middle of your screen. There is so much dog shit on your screen at all times, that it's literally hard to orient yourself or see what's going on actually in the game. And on top of that, to compound this, none of it is intuitive or makes any sense. Now, could I have played for 2 hours and figured everything out? Yes, I could have. Could I have read the patch notes about this LTM? Yes, I could have. Did I do that? Of course not. Why not? Because why, though? So here's another thing. In addition to a deluge of visual pollution in the form of among the most cluttered HUDs I've ever had the displeasure of seeing in a video game in my 30 years on this planet, the audio pollution, if you didn't think it could get worse, you were wrong. I never heard anything relevant ever. We won a game and I didn't hear a relevant thing once. Not once did I hear a relevant thing.
Well, you don't
I hear
have
lasers fucking yeeting out of the thing. Well, you do have to, because every death I had was some guy running directly behind me, and I never heard him.
We never fought anyone. The only time I fought anyone was at peak.
Yeah, at peak, and I didn't hear anyone there. Busting open doors doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's fucking lasers shooting out of the sky. Can't hear that. Certainly can't hear footsteps. I mean, I'm amazed when I hear footsteps in regular Warzone, let alone fucking this mode. You don't hear a goddamn thing. But I got rolled up on quite a bit at the end when we were in the trench controlling that buy station. I think I had 2 or 3 deaths. A guy just ran right up to me from the beach, was 2 meters from me, mag dumps me. Just no fucking clue he was there because of the audio pollution. Terrible, terrible, awful audio pollution. How is your frame rate? Not great, but we could have told you that. In fact, we did tell you that before it happened. And was it fun? No, because you don't fight over the... Of course it wasn't. You don't fight over devices, first of all. So the way you get the dumb device that quote-unquote controls Godzilla or King Kong is you do damage to King Kong or Godzilla by shooting them. When you shoot them, they don't aggro to you or anything, so there's no danger in doing this. And there's also really no reason to, except you collect like intel. And if you get enough intel, which is basically just points, so you get points by doing damage to one of the two monsters, or both of them. And then at different thresholds, you get different items. So you get like a satchel, you get a loadout drop, and then one of them is you get a scream device. So, okay, and the scream device, or stream device, whatever it is that thing they were talking about that controls Godzilla or King Kong. Cool. Okay, great. But wait, I didn't fight over that. I could have gone to an AA gun away from every other person in the game, and I did this, and just start shooting at Godzilla, who doesn't move much. It's not hard to hit him, and get a scream device. I wasn't fighting over anything. I wouldn't even say I was fighting at all. I was shooting at an NPC, wasting my 2 minutes of my life to get a scream device. Didn't fight over it. We were under the impression it was going to be some item like at the bottom of Peak in that hole that you would have to like kill other teams for. And if I was holding it, I'd be marked on the map for other teams to come kill me. That would have been cool and fun and interesting.
That's what I expected.
Would have constituted, yes, yeah, that's what we both expected. That would have constituted fighting over the device. No such, that's not true at all. And in fact, everyone can have the device at the same time, theoretically, because you could all just Care Bear and shoot the monsters together if you wanted to. So you don't fight over the device. And then when you get the device, you don't actually control anything. You literally get to control the laser beam that shoots out of Godzilla's mouth.
Out of his...
Correct. So you do the scream device thing, you pull up a device, whatever. Maybe kind of like a tablet for a precision airstrike in Modern Warfare 2019, right? And then you move around an arrow on a map to call in a lethal ordnance strike. Kind of like a precision airstrike in MW 2019. And then the laser beam shoots out. Kind of like a precision airstrike hits where you marked. Hey, I didn't control Godzilla. I called in a precision airstrike that looks different. And that's it. That's all it is. So you don't... If you think that calling in a precision airstrike with a cosmetic overlay is controlling Godzilla, you're out of your goddamn mind. So this was, again, massively misled. Massively misled. And the event had no redeeming qualities and was not fun at all. And also, King Kong and Godzilla do not interact with each other at all. They don't fight in any way, shape, or form. I don't really care about this because that wouldn't have made the event fun for me. But some people are very upset with this as well, as they have a right to be, I think, because, again, we were misled into thinking that was going to be the case. What were your thoughts on the event, Tanner?
Wow, yeah, that was a lot. I'll start off with this. I get that it's way better for the majority of the player base if an event lasts a few weeks. They put a lot of time into developing, too much time into developing this, and they want a bunch of people to play it. The thing is, it just kills the hype for it, in my opinion. I woke up to play the update, and I almost just didn't care anymore. So I'm like, what's the point? What's the point in playing it right away? It's like, that's, I think, the major thing missing from them doing, like, Fortnite-style live events. Is Fortnite's like, hey, live concert this day at this time. It's in the middle of the day. Oh, you're 8 years old and you play Fortnite. That sucks. You're at school. Get fucked, kid. You miss it. Yeah. That's cool. Have your parents not take you to school. And that brings in so much damn hype for weeks leading up to, like, oh my God, there's an event taking place. We don't know what's going to happen. You have to be there. And then they'll run it like one more time, like a couple days later, like a replay of it. So that's the first thing with the Call of Duty events that they've done.
I agree.
There's just zero. They hype it up, but the player base doesn't get hyped. They try their best to hype us up, but it doesn't work. I mean, you saw people like 10 minutes into the event, Swag was already tweeting like, "What? What's going on? Like what? Like basically, what is this COD partner? By the way, use code Swag in the store."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing, like you said, I am 1000% certain they specifically said you can control Godzilla and King Kong. In the patch notes they put out on May 10th, because I know someone's going to say this, oh, well, they said this. They changed it, or they said something different. It says control Godzilla and King Kong, and then underneath that, it's like fight for the Scream device, where then you can unleash the power of Godzilla's laser cock, or something like that. Something along those lines.
I think that's a direct quote.
Which made it very, very obvious that you didn't control Godzilla and King Kong. Because we talked about this on the last pod. I'm like, dude, this is going to be crazy. You're literally, it sounds like you can control Godzilla and King Kong and move them around the map. Raz and I had conversations about that. That's what they made it sound like. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. We're going to be able to move these fucking things around the map. Not at all true. Godzilla doesn't move. He sits in the water. He's lounging, man. He's beachside. He's lounging.
He's soaking it up.
He's soaking it up. Kong moves around a lot. Godzilla doesn't. So yeah, and then fighting over the Scream device, you don't need to fight anyone. Let everyone kill each other. Do damage to the Godzilla and Kong if you want. It doesn't matter. You can't kill them, so you can do all the damage you want. It won't change anything.
Which is also dumb.
That was another big thing. I thought they could be killed, and then there'd be like a cool scene where like they fall and like destroy part of the map. I get that's hard to do, but even like a cutscene, I expect like the ending like cutscene maybe to him be like falling over. Nope, that didn't happen either. They're shot with at least, 1 million rounds of ordnance, and they're still just chilling. He's still chilling beachside.
Yeah.
So that's kind of dumb. But yes, don't tell us you can control them. You can't. That was the biggest letdown, I think, right there. Is I literally expected to be able to walk them around the fucking map. Why did I think that? It's Call of Duty we're talking about. They would never do such a thing. So yeah, they can't be killed. Cringe. There's no. I don't really care about this, but one of the other big things I saw people talking about was like there was no like ending cutscene, like a cool cutscene with them fighting. Nothing. The game just ended, and you got on your boat. The winning team had their little thing. We of course won.
King Kong's like in the background when you're driving away in the Jeep. Like they just literally just added him into the existing like finishing thing. Just King Kong.
And the thing,
cool.
The thing that was dumb too about, like you said, fighting over the Scream device. I got in an airplane and I did sweeps. I gunned down Godzilla for 5 minutes straight. No one shot at me once. And I got my Scream device that way. I didn't fight anyone. I shot an NPC that doesn't fight me back. I didn't have to do a goddamn thing. I did damage to him, and then I get his portable device. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to control him. Nope. Smile. Here, call in an airstrike wherever you want on the map. Sweet, man. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, another thing. This is an excellent feature of this LTM. Probably the best thing this LTM has to offer. I don't have to play it, and I won't ever play it. So thank you, Mr. Teddy Timmons, that I don't have to play this mode in Core BR. And also, fuck you guys for adding Krampus in for 2 weeks, going on your winter vacation, Christmas vacation, and leaving him in the game. Never do that again, ever. Because that was in Core BR. So thankfully, this is an LTM. You don't have to play it. If you're into this type of stuff, I'm sure you'll find it really fun. As much as we've been shit-talking it, I don't like events like this. I guess I just don't care enough. I don't know. I just expect Fortnite-type stuff, which I really enjoyed, and these will just never live up to hype. So I'll never get excited for an LTM again like this. But yeah,
I'm done.
At least it's an LTM. That's cool. You can play it if you want. I have seen people say you can probably level up guns quickly in it. That's probably true because there's so many crates you can open. I assuming dealing damage to Kong and Godzilla will level up your guns.
That's a smart idea. Yeah.
So I'm surprised JGod or someone hasn't done a video on that. But I think that's a thing. So yeah, you don't have to play it if you don't want to, and we won't be. We won our game. We don't need to play it anymore. And the last point is, since this is a 2-week event, though, maybe we'll see changes as it goes on. A bunch of people have, like, there's been rumors, like, oh, maybe, like, at the end of the event, like, Peak's going to be destroyed or something's going to happen. Maybe. But since this is a 2-week-long thing, it is possible we see changes in a week. Something else starts happening. And then at the end of the event, maybe something else happens with the map. Who knows? That may happen. That would be cool to see. But It's all just us hoping that at this point.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, the biggest disappointment for me was if the Scream device, like only one team could have it, this would be so much better and you had to fight over it. And then
so
even if it
better.
was the same exact thing it currently is, it would still be cool because people would fight over it. But it's like you're actually incentivized to not fight other people because you want to just get your loadout and get your satchel and get your muni and get your Scream device by just shooting Godzilla. So the optimal strategy is to avoid everyone, get on an AA gun or get in a plane, and then shoot at the unkillable monster for your items. It's like the opposite. It disincentivizes PvP.
Oh yeah, you don't have to fight anyone.
It's dumb. Yeah, you actually get punished for fighting other people. You're just wasting time. Because while you're like trying to kill other people, they're getting loadouts, they're getting streaks, they're getting the precision airstrike that's a different color, and you're just getting punished. Like, this was the biggest disappointment for me. But I do, again, I should reiterate what you said. Thank God this is only in its own thing. That was well done. Good job for doing that so that I can never see it again. That's great. Glad they did that. Unlike Krampus, yes. And then another thing we'll add from a descriptive standpoint, there are a bunch of challenges that you can do for this event until it's over. One of them, for example, is play Operation Monarch for 6 hours.
Isn't one of them play it for 12 hours?
I don't know. Maybe. I hope not. But either 6 is too much. 12 is way too much. Another one is like collect like 3 million intel or 30,000 or whatever. And if you do all of those, you unlock shit. So if you are interested in that, you can do that.
Yeah, and then do all of them and you get a nice SVT blueprint, I think it is. I'm sure you really want that.
No shot.
I swear to God, it's some shit gun. I think it's like an SVT. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, of course it is. Well, if you deserve that SVT blueprint if you do that. So there you go. There's that. So that's the playlist update. And now I like, you know, it's funny because I kind of knew this before this event came out. And I didn't really care that much, so this isn't that big of a deal. But if we ever, to all of you listening, if Tanner and I ever get excited about anything again relating to Call of Duty, please tell us to settle the fuck down and stop.
Well, you're already getting excited for Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2 as someone who despised MW 2019. So there's your warning right there. Stop.
Yeah.
I should be excited because I thought MW 2019 was fine. Better than the last 2 games for sure. At this point now, I can definitely say that. Better than Cold War and better than Vanguard.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. And I just need to stop believing the hype. And when they, the annoying part is that it's almost, they're like willfully misled us with the description of this event. And again, I don't care. It's an LTM. Even if it was everything we had expected it to be, we would still only play it for an hour or two and then we would be done with it.
That's a great point.
It wouldn't really be that big of a deal, even if it was the perfect LTM for us, because we still wouldn't play it that much. But the broader point is that it was so misleading that it had to be on purpose. They had to be writing, "You can control Godzilla," tongue in cheek. Like, there's no way they think the Scream device constitutes controlling Godzilla, right? I just don't believe that they are willing to do that much mental gymnastics themselves. And it just pisses me off that we were just virtually lied to about this event. Now, again, it doesn't matter. It's a dumb event. But the fact that Activision is still willing to massively mislead us, even if it's about something unimportant, should be notated and kept in mind for posterity, I think. And that's what pisses me off about this. So.
I do think, though, they hit their mark in what they were trying to go for. The Sweats aren't going to play this no matter what. They're going to play it for a few games, then probably never play it again. is they wanted to draw hype, and they definitely did that. I mean, I saw shit everywhere. I saw like gaming pages on Instagram posting about the event that was going to happen and whatnot. So it did draw some hype for them, and I think most of just like, you know, the more casual player base or people who are less particular about things in the game, I guess, enjoyed it, and that's cool. You're enjoying it, that's great. It's just, I just don't think I'm ever going to like an LTM again at this point. So
yeah, and that's fine. So whatever.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's it on that topic. So yeah, I do recommend all of you play it once. Some people enjoy it, so you might. Not for me and Tanner though.
Splish splash. I was taking a bath and I noticed I have beautiful balls. Our friends at MANSCAPED, the global leaders in below-the-waist hygiene, are turning men's shower dreams into their favorite routine with the all-new Ultra Premium Collection. This all-in-one hygiene skin and hair bundle is designed to upgrade the everyday man shower routine from head to toe. Your skin, hair, your balls. You deserve this, guys. Save big by going to manscaped.com for 20% off, plus free shipping with the code DROPSHOT. Let me walk you through this Manscaped shower routine. Step 1. Let's lather on that cologne-infused ultra premium body wash with aloe vera and sea salt to keep your skin feeling clean and moisturized all day long. Not sure if you heard that correctly, but this body wash is cologne-infused, so that special someone in your life will absolutely love it. Next up, it's hair care time. Buy the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner that cleanses and nourishes in one step. The non-greasy formula has a base of coconut water, green tea, aloe turmeric, and sage. Apply this to your pits and your pubic region as well. Step 3. You're gonna hop out of the shower, protect yourself from body odor by applying the Manscaped aluminum-free deodorant. This deodorant dries clear and is also cologne-infused. Step 4. Do you have tattoos or dry skin? Let's hit your skin with the hydrating body moisturizer spray. Step 5. Apply that Manscaped lip balm. This is a free gift when you purchase the Ultra Premium Collection. Let me tell you, it's nice. Last but not least, we are using the Lawnmower 4.0 electric trimmer to clean off any unwanted body hair. The 4.0 is waterproof, so you bet it's a major key to the new shower routine. This elite trimmer is designed to trim hair on loose skin. Although your balls might look like punching bags, don't treat them like one, and benefit from their proprietary skin-safe technology. This new bundle will change your life, and I want all of my listeners out there to live their best lives. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code DROPSHOT at manscaped.com. That's 20% off free shipping. Use code DROPSHOT at manscaped.com. It's time to get wet and clean with your new Manscaped shower routine.
All right, now on to patch notes, changes already in effect. First, we got a little patch to Vanguard multiplayer, it would appear. Today.
The today one doesn't matter. It's like, oh, supposedly they on the default auto, it's not in the patch notes, of course, but they increased the mag from 25 to 30. So
that's pretty big for CDL potentially, right?
That's huge because it was already busted, and now you get five more bullets. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if they wanted that or not, but I saw it. It's mostly this May 10th patch, which is just cal down weapon changes.
Yeah, I see. Okay. So the Season 3 Top 250 Skill Division and Ladder are now live. That is cool for Vanguard Ranked. And then on weapons, mag attachments with a lower caliber have struggled to perform on par with their high cal counterparts. Today's update increases the firepower of low caliber magazines so that players can equip these attachments for the handling benefits while maintaining similar bullets to kill. Damage values are crafted to be most effective with shots to the head and torso. That's good. Decreases in range will favor close range gunfights. What? Decreases in range?
It's the cal down options are going to be better up close than at range. Like an SMG.
Yeah, okay.
That's all they're saying. So I don't think we need to go through all these. Essentially, a bunch of guns, like almost, well, probably about half the guns in the game, essentially. They just increase damage, like quite a bit on the cal down, like 30% on a lot of these.
Yeah, so calling down basically is just more viable on the following guns: FTG, Automaton, Itra Burst, Bar, AS44, NZ41, Volk, Nikita AVT, KGM40, MP40, Sten, M1928, Cohen gun, PPSH, Well gun, Einhorn revolving shotgun. Never mind that you can't cal down with shotguns. MG42, Type 11, Bren, Whitley, holy shit, G43, and M1916. So yeah, pretty much every gun that you can cal down with, that option is now better. And the way they've done that, most commonly from what I'm seeing here, is they just increase the damage of the cal down options. So it's still not going to do as much damage as not calling down will do, but it will do more than it used to when you cal down. So those are worth taking a look at. I think this is going to be most impactful for guns like the Volk, because the Volk is like a solid gun with a high fire rate and a fairly high amount of recoil in terms of Vanguard ARs. And if you cal down with that, you get an even faster fire rate, and less recoil. And now that's an even better option because it does more damage than it used to. I think that's what it's going to be most impactful for. But yeah, a lot of buffs to calling down. And I am curious if these attachments will enter the CDL ranked playlist meta. Possible, but I don't know if this shit is even
They probably
banned
have
in
all
ranked.
of it banned, yeah. I think like everything but the regular mags are banned, I assume.
Yeah, but those are all buffed, which I think is fine, probably. Most people, and it's interesting because in Warzone, calling down is like almost always what you do. Well, I shouldn't say that. Calling down is often what you do in Warzone.
Yeah.
But in Vanguard, in multiplayer, it was always cal up. You never cal down in Vanguard multi. The first OP gun setup in Vanguard was the called up STG with Vital that would 2-shot in core if you hit both upper chest, which was ridiculous. So now it seems that maybe calling down is an option. I think that's a good change, and I'm on board with it.
Yeah. I usually didn't cal down in multiplayer, so.
Yeah.
Another thing here, all operators are now silent while mantling, landing, and performing other movements. I think that's referring to like the operators yelling. No, they would like yell and do a lot of voice lines and shit. I think it's referring to that. I mean, if it means like if you're not running,
I certainly hope it's
ninja and you like jump off something, you don't make any footstep. I don't know. Sometimes Sledgehammer isn't always the most clear with their patch notes. They write a lot, but then a lot of it isn't. I don't exactly know what that means. Yeah. So none of you care those Vanguard, so whatever. I know I saw more CDL kids talking about this than anything again, so I feel like it is like the operators yelling. Because I did also see your operators will like, you will like say things and there will be voice lines that you'll hear, but other players won't hear your voice lines on the other team. So I think it's just referring to that.
That would be a good change then, I think.
They do yell a lot in that game. I've noticed. I mean, like whenever they get hit by like incendiary rounds, they yell. It's very annoying. That was always part of the terrible audio everything in Vanguard, actually, was that. So hopefully that is that's a good change, yeah. Less clutter. Because you already can't hear footsteps, so that would make it technically a little bit easier. Yeah.
I agree. And it's just dumb. Because it's like RNG. It's like, oh, I'm going to mantle this fucking railing and get a nice flank because I have dead silence popped. I'm going to hope my operator doesn't say, yeeting over the rail, and ruin my play. That would be really dumb.
I think the only reason
it's good to take that out.
I think the only reason they added a lot of these in is because they can add them in store bundles, and it's another thing to make the bundle look good, like Snoop Dogg's voice lines that everyone hears. You know, it helps sell bundles. True. Since there's nothing no one gives a shit about usually in the bundle except for the operator, and then usually the gun setup is awful. So it's like people are just buying it for the operator, so they try to throw in a bunch of other nonsense that no one gives a shit about, but it makes the bundle look more worth the $20 that you're spending for a terrible skin in a first-person shooter.
Yeah, so, okay. So anyway, there you go. Moving on. A new operator has been added to the game, Lazar. which doesn't matter. But what does matter is a new SMG has been added to Cold War, the UGR. And the description is very interesting. Full auto SMG. Underwater rifle. Modified for improved land performance. Fires 5.66, not 5.56, 5.66 millimeter steel darts with moderate bullet velocity. Okay.
That's a Black Ops gun right there. My God.
If that was going to be a gun, it would belong in like the Cold War era where they were doing all kinds of goofy shit like this. Yeah. I don't know if this is even remotely related to anything real. Are there underwater specific guns in real life?
I mean, there's spear guns. I don't think they look anything like this,
though. That's for fishing. I mean for like
a
Navy SEAL operation.
I would imagine not. I don't think our U.S. Navy SEALs are fighting many like Afghanis or anything in underwater warfare, from what I would imagine. But
that's probably true. Yeah, but I
don't know. Do we have any Navy SEAL listeners?
Let us know. Like an underwater gun before. In the Vietnam War, were they trying to like make guns that were optimized to work like underwater? I can't imagine that's true.
Are there underwater guns?
This can't be true because
it's a real gun. It's based on something real. Designed by the Soviet Union in the early 1970s. It was adopted in 1975. Made by the Tula Arms plant in Russia. Wow.
But if you wanted a gun to fire underwater well, wouldn't you be firing at some guy underwater? Why the fuck would you need to do that? Like, what's the military application of shooting snorkelers? I mean, I don't understand.
It was designed by Russians. What do you expect? They
were wilding.
I guess they were expecting. Maybe they were expecting to destroy the planet with nuclear warheads, and everyone would just be living underwater. So they started getting ahead and designing underwater guns so they could their military would be ready. You know?
Yeah. Like, I understand designing a gun that like handles being wet a lot well, but you're gonna shoot it fucking standing up on land, right? I don't know. And I'm not I'm not a Green Beret, so I have no fucking idea, but whatever. Interesting description of a gun. And again,
it also
fires 5.66 steel darts. This immediately, and this is a Treyarch gun, which makes sense, gave me vibes for a particular gun in Black Ops 4. Do you know what I'm thinking of, Tanner? I forget what it's called. Fuck.
You're not talking about the swordfish, are you?
No. Fuck, what was it called? I can't remember the name, so now I'm just going to describe it to you. There was a DLC gun that came out in BO4 that was a burst fire rifle. It was a tac rifle. And it fired like projectile rounds. And they were not bullets.
Yeah.
And then called? The operator mod was Flechette.
Stingray.
The Stingray. Yeah, the Stingray. The operator mod was explosive Flechette rounds. And it was busted, dude. It was really good. But the bullet velocity was dog shit on it. I am curious if that's the case with the UGR. I have not unlocked it yet. I don't have Cold War installed, and I won't be installing it. And to unlock it in like Warzone, you have to kill an enemy revealed by a UAV with an SMG in 15 different completed matches, which is going to take a long time if you're playing like actual Warzone. I'm at like 7 or 8 out of 15. So I haven't used it yet. I haven't really looked much into it. What have you heard about this? What are your thoughts on this gun?
I haven't seen anything about the MDub unlock, but I assume you could probably unlock this in Modern Warfare multiplayer as well and leave the game. You can probably play Shoot House, get a UAV, get an SMG kill, leave the game. Yeah. It just won't track in the game. You'll have to go in Warzone and check. I don't know if that's been the case typically. So yeah, check that out, see if that works. Yeah, I've heard weird things about it. So it does have the explosive rounds. Start off with, I will never be unlocking this thing. I don't care. But according to like true game data, it does splash damage if you hit close to them. So like 0.5 meters out of their hitbox, it does 8 splash damage.
That's interesting.
And if the person uses EOD, it does far less damage, and it's actually like bugged right now where if someone has EOD and you down them, you can't full them. It does like no damage to them. So that'll probably never get fixed. Who knows? So yeah, if you're running EOD, it like cuts it in half. But I think that's like the meta build is using those flechette rounds. So I don't know. I did see True Game Data and JGod. I saw them talking on Twitter. They both said that like it feels a lot better than the charts say, and both of them, I guess, tested it and couldn't figure out why. But they said it feels like it kills fast, but on like theoretically, when you test it, it just doesn't. So like True Game Data compared it to an ON, it kills like 200, 250 milliseconds slower than like the meta ON up until, you know, their first damage ranges, which is like, well, out to like 15 meters or so. So I don't know. Doesn't seem good at all. It's just weird. It's one of those like weird guns I think that no one would ever think to use. I don't think we'll be seeing these much at all unless it's like broken overpowered. I don't see this being a gun that they're used.
I literally haven't seen it yet. The only experience I have with it is Jax has been using it a little bit in Warzone, and he was saying like, yeah, it feels pretty good. Feels like an SMG. I don't know, which is kind of what I would expect, honestly.
Yeah.
But I've never been killed by it once. I've never even seen it on the ground. Like, I've never picked it up before.
Oh, yeah, I think JGod and True Game Data are the only two people that have it unlocked, yeah. So you'll probably never see it.
That might be true. So so that's out. There you go. Kind of weird, but that is that. So now that's it. Pretty light week. Operation Monarch was the talk of the TL for this week, so that's not terribly surprising. Now we're on to news and upcoming changes. Tanner, what do we got?
Pretty much nothing. There's only one thing kind of worth talking about, and it's not much, and that it's officially Warzone Mobile has a code name, Project Aurora, and it is in closed alpha. Wow. So Call of Duty blog posted a little thing about it. Not much news other than this is very surprising to me that we're already in closed alpha. I thought this was like just announced like 2 months ago. I guess, though, usually they announce games after they've started working on it already, but it's weird because that announcement was like, we're hiring a bunch of people, but maybe it's like the core game was already there, and they're starting to hire people for, like, you know, when it goes live and stuff going forward.
Shit. Yeah.
So, essentially, it's an invite-only closed alpha that's taking place for select individuals that were invited, probably people that are, like, big in, like, the Warzone, or the Call of Duty mobile content scene, so no one I would know. But, I mean, I mean... This is almost pointing to maybe this is going to be released this year. I don't think they've ever given a date, have they? I think they just said coming soon. I think most things have pointed to next year, but if they're in a closed alpha, that seems pretty far along. But, you know, all companies kind of define alpha and beta as different things, it seems. So I don't know.
Is it possible that this is what replaces COD 2024, which we won't actually be getting as their revenue stream?
COD 2023?
I'm kind of worried that it will.
23, yeah. Next year's COD title.
Excuse me. Yeah, correct. Yes, there won't be a premium COD title next year. This might be what it takes its place in terms of generating revenue for Activision. As someone who's not a mobile gamer, that would be very bad. That would be worrying for me and for most of you listening to this podcast, I think. And it's really possible because I think COD Mobile makes them a fuck ton of money.
Oh, yeah, a ton of money. But yeah, so... I don't know how mobile games work. So, I mean, yeah, like I said, maybe this can come out this year. I don't know how long development time on a mobile battle royale takes. I would assume it's a lot shorter than developing a console or PC game, but it's still got to take a long-ass time. So who knows, though? But being in a closed alpha already makes me think, like, damn, maybe they're trying to release this at, like, the end of this year, like, in line with MW 2 or something. I don't know. But it would make more sense to do it next year because there's already been a bunch of other rumors that are like, oh, there's other things coming next year to essentially, like you just said, replace COD 2023's title. There's been rumors to be like a zombies standalone, bunch of things. So maybe this is that. And
could be both.
As bad as it would be for like us, we'll have Warzone 2 at that point, and it'll be more similar to the hype of Warzone 1 than the current state of Warzone. So there we will be playing that anyways, and it won't be a cluttered filled game with 160 weapons, you know, so
hopefully,
and it'll be something new.
True
So I don't, yeah.
Very true.
I mean, I'll never play this, but I know a lot of people are big into mobile gaming. Most of you guys probably aren't. If you're listening to this, you probably aren't a big mobile gamer. Not. But I'm interested to see how this plays out. But yeah, that's really pretty much it. Oh, another thing that just came out, Charlie Intel posted. So I guess Jeff Grubb, who is a known reporter, leaker, I don't know what he's considered. He came out today and has said to expect the Modern Warfare 2 reveal, or he calls it an event, Call of Duty event, in early June, taking place sometime maybe around June 6th. And Charlie Intel retweeted this, and he said, Jeff Grubb, who has been very accurately leaked info in the past, states it could happen the week of June 6th. So there we go. We're about a month, less than a month away probably from the reveal of Modern Warfare 2.
Huge.
And I'm assuming this may be some sort of live event that takes place inside of Warzone again, where like you do something in an LTM and it shows you the trailer, and that's an event for like a few days or something that you can choose to play. But also, as soon as that event drops, they'll just drop the trailer anyways, you know. But you could also play in Warzone to see it in game. That'll probably be a thing.
Yes, and that is when we can start. That's when the hype for MW 222 and Warzone 2 is really going to start to build. Because usually how these things work is we get a little bit of leaks, little bit of info before anything is released by Activision. Then when we get the cinematic trailer, the floodgates kind of open. And so once that happens, there's going to be a lot to talk about. And that's going to be really exciting for the podcast. It's going to be a really exciting time to be a Call of Duty fan, as it is every year, is that kind of period between knowing a little bit and knowing everything. And we're going to get a lot of leaks. Many of them will be wrong. Some of them will be kind of right. Some of them will be spot on. We're going to get info from Activision themselves, obviously. We might get leaked gameplay. This is going to be back into the hype machine, back into the cycle. And that's going to be really exciting for us as podcasters about Call of Duty and as players of Call of Duty, honestly. I am very, very, very excited for the trailer to come out because of all of it, all that entails. Like, I don't give a fuck about the cinematic trailer. I couldn't care less. It doesn't matter to me at all. I will watch it once, and I won't dissect it or care about it very much at all, because the cinematic trailers tell you almost nothing about the game. Or at least things that I care about.
Not a goddamn thing, yeah.
Yes, but again, it signals, it harkens the torrent of information we're going to get for the game, and that is going to be really exciting. So I'm excited for the trailer to come out, not for the trailer itself, but for everything that will immediately precede it. And for those of you who are like Tanner and I, who care about what the actual game is going to be like, you should be excited too, because that will be the event that starts the hype and starts the trickling out of info. Which is going to be fun to learn about.
I hope we get some sort of cinematic teaser for the new mode. That's what I would like to see more. It's cinematic trailer for the game, cool. I mean, if you look back and watch the MW 2019 trailer, it was like not at all what the game was like. It was like
it would tell you nothing about.
It was MW. Like Euphrates Bridge, like tanks fighting, and everyone was like, what if they're just like full on like tanks on the map, and it was like the callable kill streak APC and stuff. So things that are somewhat end up being misleading. So the cinematic trailer I really don't care about. It'll be cool. And it'll look like it has really good graphics, and then you'll load up the game, and if you put it on those graphics, you'll get 10 frames. So things like that. But more than anything, I hope we get a cinematic trailer or teaser for this new mode, so I have some clue as to what it is. That's what I'm most excited for. And this will be nothing related to Warzone 2 at all. This will only be MW 2, I would imagine. So that's coming out early June. Then I imagine we get a multiplayer reveal July?
I think late June.
You think that soon? And then
and
then we're already talking closed betas, and like I think closed betas are usually in August. Because the game last year, the game last year came out November 5th. So I guess beta's probably actually September. Something like that. For whatever
reason, I don't remember the timeline for Vanguard, but I do remember for Cold War. I don't know why I don't remember for Vanguard, but for Cold War, we got the cinematic trailer, and then like 2 weeks later, they announced, okay, here's what happened for Cold War. A week before the cinematic trailer or something, they announced the date of the cinematic trailer and the multiplayer reveal at the same time in the same promotional image. And those two things were like 2 weeks apart. I specifically remember this for Cold War. So I don't remember for Vanguard what the timing was, but I would expect it to be similar for this game as well. But maybe not. I mean, they could change it up.
Yeah, so
it'll be less than a month.
MW 2019 beta was like late September, and then Cold War beta was like mid-October, so a little different times there. There's also been rumors that this game may launch a little bit earlier than before, and I can see them speeding up the launch to make their yearly earnings a lot better, since Vanguard has been horribly unperforming, low performing, shit performing, trash performing. So there is a chance maybe that release is pushed up a couple weeks from what they had originally planned or something as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if in these reveals, if we usually get, I feel like at the end of it, it'll say like coming October 2022, or like maybe they'll throw us like a month or something. I don't know. But regardless, I'm excited to see this reveal trailer. So early June.
And we will keep you guys posted on that.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Reminder, Saturday, the State of the Game address. Haven't done one in quite a while. Talking all about Warzone. A lot to talk about. It's going to be a very good, fun ep. Be there live at thedropshot.com/live. And tune in. It's going to be exciting. We will, as always, post more Patreon episodes. And we're going to schedule our Damascus Hangout on Monday. If you want to see the schedule of events for the week, for the month, for the year, join the Discord. You can find the link to that at thedropshot.com. And you could also follow the Twitter at thedropshotpod. And we post the schedule for the week every single Monday on our pinned tweet. You can see the schedule there as well. And once again, if you enjoy the podcast, patreon.com/thedropshot is the best way to support the show. We do 7 bonus eps per month. We do monthly hangouts and even more. So check it out. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Have an excellent evening, of course. As always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.